Hello, everyone. My name is Humberto Chacon, and welcome to Conversations Under the Canopy. First, a little housekeeping. This is being recorded, and after the webinar, there will be a survey and a follow-up email with the deck. I'm a former HR leader in Silicon Valley with a master's in HR and organization development who's been working with Canopy for the last couple of years as a customer success and business development executive. Conversations is a series of short sessions where we speak with Canopy and industry experts to help us learn about services and valuable insights in the world of employee well-being, engagement, and performance. Our guest today is Anthony Brown. Anthony has over 20 years of experience in the mental health field and provides strategic leadership for the company in collaboration with customers, benefits consultants, and partners. In this conversation, Anthony will tell us about Canopy's supercharged next generation EAP and exciting new offerings. Welcome, Anthony.
Hey, Humberto, thanks for having me.
Awesome,
Really
thank
made it
you.
on.
Thank you. Hey, can we start off with you giving us some context about what employees are experiencing at work?
Yeah, absolutely. And we all know that the last few years have been tough on people, but I think we're starting to really see the effects and how it's going into the workplace. This is showing that 80% of people report stress that's impacting their relationships. So now work is also starting to influence home life, the relationships, and 71 are finding it difficult to concentrate at work compared to 46 before. So not only are they working hard, but they're not actually being efficient, not able to concentrate. And then more than half are actually feeling symptoms of burnout. So it's not the greatest of combinations, as you can guess. But I found it interesting that, before the pandemic, there was some really good movement of people really in the workplace talking about workplace mental health more, putting more plans in place. The stigma was reducing, but now employees are no longer kind of passively sitting back and waiting for their employer to help them out. They're being much more vocal. They're saying we need more help, we need more support, and we expect our employer, you, to really kind of provide us some more resources for improving our life.
Yeah, a lot going on. What do you see as far as what's happening in employee well-being solutions landscape?
Yeah, the solutions landscape is nothing I've ever seen. I've been doing this for 20 years, but these are times like we've never seen either. So, but it can be confusing for buyers and purchasers because there are so many options. But I think really people are really still looking for a good, decent EAP. But unfortunately, the term EAP has kind of left a bad taste in people's mouths the last few years because there's some types out there, as you know, that just kind of contribute to that perception that EAPs are not getting it done. Examples include things like long wait times for an appointment. We've heard up to 6 months. Typical is like 3 to 4 weeks. I'm actually hearing from some other carriers. A lot of EAPs just tend to provide a list of providers too. So when members do get that list, it's typically outdated, or there's people on there that are no longer taking new members, or they might actually have people on there who are retired. I've actually seen the instance where actually people have been deceased on those lists. Low utilization, little to no reporting, clunky technology. There's just a lot of frustrations out there. Now, what's actually making it even more confusing is there's some of these so-called disruptors that are coming into the market that are overpromising, under-delivering, and actually inflating prices, really to appease their investors. But another trend we're seeing is that they're actually trying to force members into their preferred method of access. So a lot of these new disruptors might only do cognitive behavioral therapy tool, or they might only be doing virtual or just coaching. So they're actually kind of funneling people into their preferred method. But, buyers want less options, not more. And again, I think at the end of the day, they're looking for just a comprehensive EAP that has digital and organizational support.
So speaking of digital, can you tell us about Canopy's technology, or how would you describe Canopy?
Well, we've been doing this for 45 years. So we blend our technology with our experience. And our approach is very high tech and very high touch. We do have some tech forward solutions, but really everything that we do is done with compassion and heart first. And so you still can get a mental health professional on the line, within 5 rings. We do have a live, real people and virtual care navigators that create customized plans for folks. And it's really all about meeting them where they're at and what kind of services that they're looking for. So majority of the time, people are still looking for counseling. That is the core of the service. And so we can offer them virtual or face-to-face. But our key performance indicator that we're tracking constantly is speed to care. So what is it? How many days does it take for people to get that first appointment after they call in? And right now, we're about 5 to 6 days. So we're proud of that.
Yeah.
And members can also access coaching in 1 to 2 days, or they can get it all done online through coming soon. We'll have a self-scheduling portal and be able to search for a provider as well.
Yeah. That's exciting. Can you tell us a bit about the virtual care navigator and maybe even show us that?
Sure. Yeah, I'd love to. Yeah, we can do a little demo here.
Okay, let's do this.
Let me get going here. Well, this is our member site. So this is what it looks like when members first log on. But actually, if I'm a member and I'm very first logged on for the very first time, I'm going to get this little pop-up that says, get my plan. And so what this is going to do is encouraging our members to kind of dig in and ask a few questions around, what's happening in their life. It's supposed to be conversational, similar to how someone might call in. So, what brings you here today? Resources for life, such as legal, financial, childcare, or emotional care services. So let's click into that. I've been feeling a little stressed lately, so we'll select stress. How is this affecting you on a scale of 1 to 10? Well, I'm about a 7. Able to control the important things. Yeah, I kind of agree with that. Difficulties are piling up, and I definitely agree with that. And we do always have a notification encouraging people, if they are in crisis, that they really need to call us and get some support either from us or the suicide line, but so I'm going to dismiss that. And then it's going to calculate the plan basically on everything that I just submitted. For me, my recommended plan is counseling. Now, had I scored lower on some of those, it would have possibly had coaching in that. Or in this example here, this customer has whole life directions, our cognitive behavioral therapy tool. So had I scored even lower, it might have suggested that the digital CBT might be the best option.
Mm-hmm.
Got you. We do have a kind of a neat new feature here, which allows for translation of the site in many different languages. And this is where a member would go if I were to just kind of peruse my EAP benefits. I can start my counseling sessions here. I can do financial coaching and legal support and resource retrieval. Now, the financial and the legal and the resource retrieval are now currently set up where members, they don't ever have to call. They can go in and they can schedule their own appointment and start working with their coach then and there.
Mm-hmm.
Webinars and trainings, and our newest kind of organizational support, leadership support, is these micro trainings for leaders for folks that might not be the most experienced leaders, and like a little quick here, 5 to 10 minute little sessions for them. Wow. Again, I could spend an hour on this, but I think like 15 minutes, right?
Yeah. Wow. That's exciting. That is really great. It shows us a lot. All right. Well, let's go back to the deck here. And if you could tell us about maybe some other things that kind of make Canopy different and what you have to look forward to, or Canopy has to look forward to introducing this year.
Well, like I mentioned, the big thing that is going to be right up next is the ability to search for a counselor online and then schedule with that counselor right then and there. We're going to make some enhancements to our cognitive behavioral therapy tool. It's going to be much more streamlined, much more part of everything that's part of our little universe. And then expanding on our home ownership services as well. So which might include, I think we're probably going to do this, have some streamlined home improvement services from vetted, a network of vetted providers.
Oh, that's exciting. That's great. And if anybody has any questions, which I don't see on there, you can contact us anytime, call us, visit canopywell.com or send us an email, and we would love to speak with you. Anthony, thank you very much for telling us about some of the exciting developments at Canopy and what it means to be a supercharged next generation EAP. So next time, we're going to have Deborah Jeffries from HR Answers talk about HR compassion fatigue. That'll be on March 16th, and we'll have that event up on our events and registration page soon. So until then, thank you and be well.